Hey everyone, welcome to YouTube Tuesday, session 11 with me, Jessica Brigden of DSP, Creative Cardiology. I'm so excited to be here with you this afternoon. It is like the perfect summer day here in upstate New York. It's absolutely beautiful. Clear blue skies, a gorgeous breeze. It's not too hot, it's just perfect. And so with that being said, I am going to do another set of cards using the Seaside View stamp set, which if you happen to catch the video that I did on Friday, I had a guest stamper. My husband was with me, and he did all of the stamping on Friday. It was quite humorous, so we had a good time. It was his choice, stamper's choice, so he chose Seaside View. And I love that, and I have a classic sketch that's one of my favorite go-tos right now, and I wanted to share that with you today as well. So if you've got your catalog, the Seaside View set is on page 46 of the annual catalog. It's an awesome set there. So we'll be continuing that summer energy with some palm trees and a nice beach scene. And then I'm also pulling in the awesome, this is the rectangular postage punch. Super versatile. I have been using this non-stop here since it came out, this catalog. Hey Doris, hey Philomena. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you for sharing and leaving me comments. Please continue to share the love. I really appreciate it. And if you know someone who's not already subscribed to my channel, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please give me that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and definitely hit that little bell too, because that gives you notification when I go live and share new videos. Hey David and Cortland, that's my hubby. Love you. All right, so I'm also pulling in, of course, my favorite summer paper, and that is the Artistry Blooms Designer Series paper. So let me flip the camera here. We'll get started. We're playing with some amazing beachy colors. My ultimate favorite, Coastal Cabana. We'll be pulling in some Bermuda Bay, a little bit of Mango Melody, and some Magenta Madness. Don't you just love the Stampin' Up colors? They're so much fun to say. All right, so hang with me. Let me flip this around, and we will be good to go. Okay, so you see my setup here. You can also see my August host code. That is S2XKW7JC. Really appreciate your online orders. That helps me so much. And I'm excited to share that I'm actually about $1,500 away. So that's $1,525 to be exact, from earning Stampin' Up's the next incentive trip, which is actually because our trip this year to Maui got postponed. So we're going next year to Maui, but what I'm working on right now is actually like an extended trip. So it's a bonus portion that Stampin' Up is offering. So yeah, so I'm getting closer. And I said last week, anybody who purchases these gorgeous Simply Citrus card kit, this is one of the all-inclusive card kits, makes 15 cards, plus you'll have leftovers in the awesome stamp set. 15 cards, only $32. And I will send you one of my fun lemonade cards that we did last week. Okay, so that's my fun little incentive right now. That's in addition to the tutorials and things that I've got going on. And yes, I have a load of cards that I need to get sent out. Some for our YouTube Tuesday, our viewers there. I've got a bunch of thank you cards and a ton of emails. So I am a busy woman right now, but gotta have some fun and get in our stamping, right? Okay, so let's start with the Coastal Cabana. So this card base is your traditional half sheet. It's 5.5 by 8.5. And we will go ahead and fold that there at the 4 1/4 mark. Oops, this is the hardest part, right? Just matching your ends up. There you go. Okay, blink. All right, so we've got our card base. These are actually, it's gonna be a horizontal card. And then I have a layer of Whisper White. So this is cut to 4 by 5 1/4. So it's just 1/4 of an inch smaller all the way around. Put a little Stampin' seal on that. Little dab in the middle. Okay, so this will be, we're kind of building our base here. And like I said, this is one of my, it's a classic sketch. It's a favorite, absolutely love this. So you start with your card base, you add on just a basic neutral layer. I'm actually gonna stamp my greeting on here. When I'm done, yes, I'm gonna take that risk because I already glued it down. I won't be able to flip it. So we're gonna hope for the best. And then a piece of designer series paper that is 2.5 inches by 5 inches. Okay, so it's 1/4 of an inch smaller on each end. It's 2.5 inches wide, and I'm gonna mount it on here so it'll have a little bit of a border there at the top too. And then you'll see where the postage punch comes in next. Let's see, let's do this kind of bit of navy over there on the edge. Okay, so you can see we're building our sketch. Like I said, I am doing it vertical. This would be kind of cute. You could do it horizontal as well. And then we've got our postage punch. And I thought with this color combination, I'd be using the palm trees here. So we're going to do a trio of palm trees across the front of our card here. And I'm going to do those in Bermuda Bay. So I'm gonna go just a shade darker. So the Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay are kind of the light and the dark. So I'm gonna go with the darker for my trees. And I've got this here. I'm actually gonna stamp these first because that way I can bring my punch in and see just which portion of the tree I want to cut out. Sometimes it's easier to stamp first and then punch, and then you don't have to worry about, oh, did I stamp that crooked, or wasn't sure how it came out. Hey, Karen. Yes, this set is fantastic, and it's only $19, and I love those greetings too. Yes, so fun there. Hey, Maureen. Oh, from Western New York. Whereabouts? I am just outside of Ithaca. Oh, hey, Luann. Oh, better late than never. That's okay. You haven't missed much. We're just getting started. So I'm going to do 3 of these. So I've got just a scrap of white. And like I said, I'm stamping first and then punching so that I can see exactly which portion I want. I can make sure it's straight and all lined up. And then I'm going to flip this over. I did a test run. All right, and then one more here. So it does punch out, just kind of cuts off just that lower portion of the tree. But that's okay. The trunk. There we go. All right, but I think that came out about like I want it. And so these would be cute. We could just pop these with dimensionals. I think that would be fun. But I was experimenting with just a little bit more contrast. So I cut 3 panels of the Granny Apple Green. That's the shade of green that you see in there. Oh, near Letchworth Park, Maureen. It's so beautiful there. I like to visit Letchworth in the fall and take like a day trip and drive through there and see the changing leaves. It's so pretty. They call that the Grand Canyon of the East. Yes. So if we're talking parks, my favorite's right close by. We live in an amazing area here in New York. We might not have any beaches, like true beaches. We've got tons of lakes. But as far as like ocean, we're a good 5 hours to the nearest beach, which would probably be the Jersey Shore, which is not my favorite, but I like the southern beaches. We go to Myrtle Beach a lot, although it's really pretty up in Maine too. But as far as state parks, we have an abundance of those, and we are right near, there's several in Ithaca. There's Treman Park, there's Buttermilk Falls, and then in Moravia, which is really close, there is also Millard Fillmore Glen National Park. Yeah, love that we have so many beautiful sites. Oh yes, that would be awesome. I'll definitely know, if I'm in the area. Okay, so I cut these little panels. We'll see. Let's just see if we like them on here. I want to make sure I have enough room and then it's not going to cover up too much of our, I almost think it's going to cover too much. So how about we just do one? We'll do one of those because I think the 3 across hid too much of the pretty color. So I'll just kind of highlight one. This little piece here, I cut to layer. So this is actually, let me double check. So it's 2 1/4 inches long. So 2 1/4, and this is actually 1 5/8. So if you're not great with 5/8, I usually like to do everything in even like quarters. So you go to 1 1/2 plus 1/8. Okay, so it's 1 5/8. So we'll do that. We'll do that one, and let's pop the whole panel up. So I'll put my adhesive here on my little centerpiece. We'll do this here. Okay, and then we're gonna put dimensionals on all 3 of these. And these panels aren't too big, so I think I can do 2 dimensionals a piece. That'll be good and even. And if you're like me and sometimes you have a hard time finding the center, you can work from the outside in. So we'll place our outer postage stamps first, and then we'll come in to the center. So let's do this. Got like 1/4 of an inch there. I want to even on the top and the bottom. Okay, then we'll come in here. Do 1/4 of an inch. Let's see, even on the top and the bottom. Yep, okay. Now we can come in and we can still see the pretty shades of aqua and blue and green in there. And then let's come in with this one. We'll center it between these other 2. And voila, perfect. Quick and easy way to find the center. So I love this. It's a fun little tri-panel using the new rectangular postage punch. And of course we need a fun greeting here. So let's do, how about take time for yourself? Let's stamp that on here with the Bermuda Bay as well. Kind of go with that same color going on here. And we'll just do this right in the middle. And it came out excellent. So if you're a nervous stamper, if you're worried that you might smudge this, you could stamp your sentiment before you glue everything down, and that way you could flip your paper over if you needed to. Or have some embellishments handy. Embellishments hide a multitude of smudges sometimes. I don't really think we need a whole lot for this. I did pull in my, let me grab them here, gorgeous Artistry Blooms sequins. We could always add some of these. They come in fun colors. Kind of got the yellows, the orange, and then the pinks and the blues. Let's see here. Yeah, we could come in here with some of the aqua. Let's see here. Just kind of do some fun ones. Kind of off center, and then let's do one up here too. Yeah, then we've got our little trio going on. Isn't that fun? I mean, we might not be able to go to the beach right now or do a lot of traveling, but at least we can create some peace and serenity around us, right? We can take time for ourselves. That's so important, especially with all of the stress that everybody's under right now. Sometimes it's just finding a quiet corner to read a good book or Maybe curling up in the lawn chair. Oh, Doris says when she makes mistakes, she uses little tags to place over perhaps the sentiments. Oh, and Luann says that they are only 1 mile from the sandy shores of Lake Michigan. Oh, that sounds awesome. Yes, I've never been to Michigan. Yeah, I think we talked about this in another video, how much I would love to go to northern Michigan, because I've heard that up there, at certain times of the year, you can see the northern lights. I do think that would be really cool. Oh, thank you, Philomena. Thank you, Diane. I'm glad you guys, yes, Coastal Cabana. If you want to know anything about me, Coastal Cabana is my favorite color. And look at that, I even match. I have perfect, like Pacific Point kind of, well, it's more like the blueberry bushel, but we don't have that color anymore. But yes, these are my colors. I am a blue, shades of blue girl. All right, so let's set this one over here. Okay, and then we're coming in next with some Mango Melody. Yes, and Doris was asking me on a previous video about yellows. And yes, currently with our selection of yellows, I am really, this Mango Melody is my super go-to right now. It's not as light, I mean, because like you can see here, this is the Daffodil Delight, which is a true yellow, but it's not so orange like Pumpkin Pie. Like Mango Melody is the perfect blend of yellow and orange there. It's I just love this color. Yes. Oh, thank you guys. Yes, Karen says she loves all teals. And Sue loves the blues and the greens too. Yeah, so with the Mango Melody, again, because we're following this fun card sketch, we are, again, going to come in with a layer of Whisper White. So it's 4 by 5 1/4. And let me glue this down here. Yeah, so these cards today really are quick and easy. So I hope you guys will give this sketch a try. It's so much fun. Okay, so we've got our layer of Mango Melody and Whisper White. And then out of that same Artistry Blooms pack, because in that paper pack you get these gorgeous, half the papers are, or one side of the papers are all these gorgeous blues and greens, and the other sides are the pinks and the oranges. So isn't that fun? It's got, we've got our Magenta Madness and our Melon Mambo, our Mango, Calypso Coral. Yeah, so many fun colors there. So like I said, one side are all the greens and blues, and then the other sides are the pinks. So this is 2.5 by 5. So we'll go ahead and glue this down as well. Okay, right on here. And, okay, so I wanted to try something a little bit differently with this, because I wanted to use this gorgeous seaside view here with the beautiful chairs overlooking the ocean. And yes, so Luann, I do believe that the seal is a little bit of a learning curve, and the more you use it, the better, the easier it gets. It really is a light touch, which seems funny, but it really is. When it's working properly, it just glides along the paper. And I really do like the ergonomic grip here. But yes, every now when you stop it, it kind of cuts off right where you lift up. So sometimes you'll see me, I have this kind of tip where I roll it with my finger just to pull the tape back a little bit, just to pull it up to where the adhesive starts again. So that's the only thing I've really noticed, is sometimes you have to like prompt it to get the adhesive in the right spot to start again. Okay, so what I'm going to try, like I said, I'm gonna do a little experiment here with this larger stamp. I want to do this in 3 panels, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to stamp this with my Magenta Madness. I'm probably gonna have to do this a couple of times so that I can then punch it out. Make sure you're not too close to the edge of the paper either, because you do want your punch to be able to get in there. You don't want it falling off the edge. Isn't that a gorgeous color? Oh, so pretty. It's funny is that how much I do like pink now, but I used to hate it because it's funny. My parents went through this phase. Of course, I grew up on a farm. Isn't that cute? So we went, let me go just off the side a little bit. So the funny thing was that even though I was a girl, they didn't want me to have to be like super girly. So they had this little tractor. I didn't have a cute little girly frilly bike. I had a little tractor that I got to ride around the barn. And I had overalls. I had, just like super tomboy. But then something must have switched, because then when I was like in 3rd grade, and so my mom thought I should like wear all pink. And she was always trying to buy me pink stuff. And I was like, Mom, I don't want pink. I already wore enough pink. I want to wear like yellow and other colors. Okay, so I am just kind of holding this up to make sure that I'm punching it in the right space there. But yeah, so I am back. I do like pinks now. I just got a little sick of that earlier on. All right, let me rotate this here. And I'm gonna stamp it one more time. And this time I'm going to use the center portion and do, oh, thank you, Philomena. She says, nice punching. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna go right in the middle. Let's line this up to make sure I actually did it at the right spot. I think I need to go just a little bit higher. Okay, then we'll hold this up. Yes, that's better. Okay. So what I was doing is kind of visualizing these lines to make sure that they do line up, that I've got the right spot. Okay. So fun little thing. I thought this would be kind of a neat technique to try, so that in case you don't want to stamp and like color the whole thing, we could try this tri-panel where you actually kind of break it up and do it all along here and do that. And actually we could use a piece of Calypso coral again on the center, though I don't know if I really want to pop up the center on this one. I think I'm going to leave it. And even though we kind of cut off the chair, I think that looks kind of cool. It's almost like you have extra seating. We've just expanded the deck. So I think with this, I'm actually going to just do my dimensionals on here. Oh, good. Sue said she had a similar idea. Yes, great minds do think alike. Yeah. So I just thought that would be fun. I mean, I love to color, but sometimes you need something a little quicker. And so this is a really fun, I thought this would be a fun technique to highlight it, or spotlight it. I guess that's the word you would say, to spotlight it without having to color the whole thing. All right, so again, working in from the outside, and I'm gonna come in just a little bit farther because I don't need to leave room for the extra color there. So I'm going to try to make it so that I have even distance on all 3 sides there. All right, let's do this one. So we'll try to do equal distance on all 3 sides. And then you can place the one in the middle. Ooh, I think we did pretty good. It looks like our horizon line is flowing. I kind of like that. It's cool, isn't it? Something a little bit different. I think that's really kind of neat. So how about we do the other sentiment from this set? We'll do the hope you have a relaxing day. I'll also stamp that in Magenta Madness. Yes, gorgeous. Yeah, and this is so much fun because it really does. It's peaceful. That's what we've been doing a lot of this summer, is just outdoor living at its best. We have a really nice little back porch, back deck, we call it, that is surrounded by, we have a nice yard and we've got trees all around us, so we don't have to worry about, you know, the neighbors being right there. We've got a nice bit of distance between us and the neighbors, so you can actually enjoy your time outside and have a little bit of privacy. And we've had a couple of small little barbecues. My parents have been down. We had our friends from up the road. They came down and we sit around. We have a nice little patio table there that that we can sit 4 or 5 at and be distanced, not right on top of each other, so we can enjoy a glass of wine and some cheese or something out on the deck. We've been enjoying that. So find whatever little oasis at home that you can. So what do you think? I'm not going to use the blues on that one, and I don't really want to use the yellows. How about these? They're kind of that Calypso coral. They kind of bring in that blend of color, and they reflect both the pink and the mango, right? I mean, I could, I don't think I want to do the light. I'm kind of torn. What do you guys think? Should I go with the darker kind of Magenta Madness sequins, or should I go with the like Calypso coral ones? What do you guys think? I'll give you guys a minute to let me know. Oh, Luann says it makes a nice panorama. Thank you. That's a good word. Yes, I should have been thinking of that. Nice little stretch it out there. All right, so we've got a vote for Calypso. Anybody else? We need 3 votes. All right, Diane and Sue. Oh, it's unanimous. All right, we're going with Calypso. All right, so let me grab these. Okay. Oh, and Philomena. Yes. All right. Ultimately, Calypso. Let's do that. All right. I mean, these are so fun. I love these little artistry blooms. Let's kind of do a similar thing. Kind of do some there. And one over here. We'll change it up just a little bit. And then, oh, we could kind of place this one. Like, we'll pretend it's the sun setting over here. We'll do that. It kind of looks like the sun over the ocean. Yeah, super fun. And so easy, right? I mean, I love this. Not a lot of measuring in here. You just have your card base, your Whisper white layer that's 4 by 5 1/4, your designer series paper at 2.5 by 5, and then you need just a miscellaneous piece of Whisper white for you to stamp on, and then use your trusty rectangle postage punch there. So that's really, and of course you're an awesome stamp set like Seaside View, and some sequins. I think I forgot to put the sequins on my list, so I will add those in because I do have the supply list that I will include here for you guys. But I'll give you a sneak peek because, like I said, I love this sketch. Let me show you another one that I did that I'm actually working on a tutorial for a class for this. This is part of the Boho Indigo suite, and these die cut palm fronds actually come in the Boho Indigo, the medley there. They come in that paper pack. So isn't that cool? It's the exact same sketch, but look at all the different views that you get there. How cool is that? I love the contrast of the bright colors with the white, or in this case, I used navy for the postage punch and then just used dimensionals for the die cut leaves. So yes, I hope you'll give that sketch a try. Definitely one of my favorite go-tos here. And I thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. And yes, I know I say this a lot, but I'm kind of stuck at my subscribers right now. It's kind of reached a little bit of a plateau and I'm not sure what to do. So yes, if you share this with your friends, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. And I love your comments too. So thank you guys so much. Hearts to you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for sharing, Sue. Aw, thank you so much for joining my video live today. Aw, and then, oh yes, and Luann says, as soon as she orders the stamps, the punch, and the sequins, she's going to case this. Absolutely. Case away. Aw, thank you guys. All right, you take care, and I will see you next week. Alrighty, bye-bye.